Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today? I got a special, unique video that I've never done anything similar like this before, but this is something I'm super excited for. For those of you who do not know, this channel is heavily based off of Roblox. Even though we play a lot of AAA titles, we also love playing Roblox. And one of my favorite things to do in Roblox, even though they're hated on quite often, is simulators, and especially clicking simulators. I find them extremely fun. I know a lot of you guys hate on them. I find them extremely fun. So what I'm going to do is the 7 best clicking simulators ever made on Roblox. Not just clicking simulators, but most of them are clicking simulators, but all of them are simulators. My 7 personal favorite, again, this is personal opinion. This is not based off of facts, it's just based off of which ones I had the most fun with, no matter if they're dead, very much alive, new, old, it does not matter. Tycoons will not be included in this list, as tycoons and simulators are completely different things. I will fight you on that. So first up, let's jump into number 1. Starting off at number 1, we are going to Anime Fighter Simulator. Now, for right now, as of right now when we're recording, it is actually at 0 players, and that's because it is closed. Anime Fighters is temporarily closed. It'll be back soon. I actually just watched Russo play videos on it. Very sad that it's down, but at the same time, it's perfectly fine because it'll be back up soon. It's such a huge game and is always at the number 1 unpopular, so like I'm not worried about it. I know they'll get it back. But I cannot actually hop in there and put any gameplay here just because, like I said, it's closed, but that is one of my favorites. Here we are at number 2, Magnet Simulator. Now, back in the day, this was one of the most popular simulators. Everyone was playing it. I used to play this all the time. I loved it and had so much fun with it. This was way before I started my YouTube channel. Russo Plays and a bunch of other YouTubers did a bunch of videos on this game. It used to be so good. It had plenty of game passes, just like any other simulator. But I feel like it was one of the few simulators that was never like pay to win, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a tour of the game since we can. Like I said, with number 1, we weren't able to just because it's closed right now. Also, for those of you who are a little confused, number 1 is the bottom of the list. Instead of doing it 7 to 1, we're doing it 1 to 7. Don't ask me why, I just decided to do it. So here we are in the game. Like I said, this is older, and I don't think it's been updated in quite a while. As you can tell, it still has the Christmas event. They never took the Christmas event away. So that's how you can kind of tell it's older. But this used to be the shit. And what it is you have a magnet, and you go around to different areas, and you collect coins with said magnet. Come over here to the shop, and you buy pets, and it keeps going all the way to the top. And yeah, it was just a really fun game overall. And as you see here, I'm actually in the leaderboards up here. I'm number 3 in the server. I don't know why I bought all of these. It's been like a year since I've played, so I guess it's gonna make me rebuy it or something. I don't really know why, but yeah. So this game used to be the shit. It still would be. I still would enjoy it if they would just update it, but like I said, it doesn't get any updates anymore because the developers have moved on to future projects. So anyways, we're gonna move into number 3. Alright, next up on the list is number 3, and that is Sabre Simulator, made by HD Games. One of my personal favorite simulators. The only reason it's so low on the list is because I haven't played it recently, so I'm not too caught up with everything. But it's super good. It's a super good game, and it's one of the few simulators that have been around a while and still get constant updates. This was the main competition for Ninja Legends back in the day, and Sabre Sim actually has a bigger player base now, I'm pretty sure, just because it still gets a lot of updates. I stopped playing when I got Max Island a while ago. It's not that I stopped playing, I just didn't really have the time for it, but we have a shit ton of islands now. We're all the way at 107. I have 75 unlocked, so I have up to Island 75. I got some pretty decent pets as well. You know, I'm doing pretty good in this department. But yeah, this is a fantastic game. It's so good. There's so much to it. We got bosses, and we got crowns. You know, you got to take over the flags to get crowns, and you got different quests and stuff like that. And there's so much to it. You got like a little King of the Hill up here. You got plasma realms and tons and tons of islands and shit to do. There's so much to do. There's a whole thing over here where you can get auras, and actually I don't know why it's saying that. I have the best auras. As you see here, I have the best auras equipped in, so I don't know why that's a weird glitch. Um, that's really weird. And then you also got, yeah, see, it's doing it again. See, look, I have more. I have 15 double jumps, but it's not showing us. Yeah, that's a weird glitch. I've never seen that before, actually. But yeah, that's interesting. And you got tons and tons of sabers. So how in Ninja Legends you have swords, we have sabers here. DNA, I have infinite DNA, obviously, but that's basically just like your backpack. And then you got class, which is the same as ranks, and we got a shit ton of ranks. As you guys can see, I'm nowhere near caught up. So anyways, let's hop into number 4. So this one was difficult because I was forced to choose between Treasure Hunt Simulator and Mining Simulator, two of my favorites, but they're both very, very similar. Henry Dev, who is one of the leaders of HD Games, is one of my favorite developers, and he made Treasure Hunt Simulator, and I have more time spent in Treasure Hunt Simulator, and I feel like I've had a lot more fun in Treasure Hunt Simulator, even though I love both games. No disrespect there, I love both games. I bought a shit ton of game passes in this game, but at the same time, I also bought a shit ton of game passes in Mining Simulator. As you guys can see here, I even bought one that was 5,000 Robux. I actually kind of forgot about that. So yeah, I of course have to go with Treasure Hunt Simulator. We're going to hop into it real quick. Both these games have pretty solid followings still. It's pretty simple. You collect pets, hats, and tools. I have one of the best ones. Black Hole is one of the best. It's not anymore. It used to be. The Scythe is the best one now, I do believe. And there's tons and tons of different areas. Of course, you got like a volcano area. And you got, let's see here, Toyland. And how it works is basically you dig, and there's tons and tons and tons and tons of different areas and chests and all that. So like, for instance, I can just give a demonstration by coming over to the mainland, and because there's tons of different colored sands, and each colored sand is more difficult. So let's just hop down here. This is the public area where you'll find, let me just get this rainbow chest real quick. In the public area, and I'm not really worried about it, is where you'll find most people at. So we can just come through here, and you'll see that we'll just keep following, and you go really far. As you see here, you have your depth, so you can see how far down you are. Of course, I don't know why it keeps doing that. It'll like teleport us. So now we're into the red, which again is a completely different type of sand. And the sand is worth more. So like we're at the blue sand now. These are 3,000 each instead of just one like the other sands. So I mean we're definitely at a good level right now. And so yeah, we're at 932 depth. Our depth is 932 for those of you who do not know. And so that's basically just how it works, and it's super fun and addicting. So let's hop into the next one. That's right. For number 5, I feel like a lot of you guys saw this coming. Bubblegum Simulator, one of my favorite simulators, and once it starts getting updates again, we will definitely be doing videos on it, because it's still pretty big. It's still a pretty big game. There's tons of different islands. We got a bunch of pets, and you know, you got a whole new world now, and there's just so much to it. For those of you guys who do not know what it is, you probably haven't been playing Roblox very long. We even got a battle pass now. No, that's actually kind of weird. I have not played in a while. I've not played in a few months. But we got tons of different islands and different worlds. As you guys see over here, there's tons of different worlds. We got our void world over there. We got different gum, which is basically just like your storage. I got the infinite gum, of course. We got flavors and faces and tons of pets. It's such a good game. One of my favorite simulators is Bubblegum Simulator. I'm sure you guys have seen Russo Plays and a bunch of other YouTubers playing this game, because a lot of people do. Alright, here we are at number 6. I'm sure a lot of you guys thought that this would be the number 1 spot at number 7. It is not. You guys are actually going to be very shocked what I choose to be number 7, just because I've made videos on it in the past, saying some not so good things about it. But Pestimator X is number 6 because it is one of my favorite simulators, and in my personal opinion, it's one of the most well known, and it's definitely the biggest simulator, at least right now. Pestimator X is made by Preston, aka the CEO of Big Games, and it is a fantastic game. Do not get me wrong, I find it so fun. But this list is based off of the games I've had the most fun with and spent the most time with, and would happily, play for the rest of my life, basically. Pestimator X, I love it. I love it so much. It's, grindy in a good way. It's not too pay to win. And there's so much to it. There's so much to do. I love it so much. Do not think I'm dissing this. And I'm not comparing games. Okay, I love all 7 games on this list. There's a shit ton more simulators that I love as well. But I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for the top spot. But just keep in mind, it is my personal opinion. You're allowed to have yours. So here we go. Alright, the amount of hate that I'm going to get for this is going to be overwhelming. I know. This is Ninja Legends. For those of you who don't know, Ninja Legends is a simulator made by Scriptobloxian that completely took over Roblox for a pretty long period of time. He stopped updating it, so it kind of fell off a little bit, dropped down from like 50,000 players to like 6,000. And then he released Ninja Legends 2, yet again took over the platform, and then that stopped updating. And so he just kind of dropped off again. And then we had Speed Simulator and Muscle Legends, and Speed Legends and Muscle Legends, and then those stopped getting updates, and those kind of dropped off a little bit too. But Ninja Legends is my personal favorite simulator because it's what made me fall in love with simulators. I love it so much. So even just being here looking at all this is so fucking nostalgic to me because it's such a good game. And I know everyone hates on it because it's pay to win, and it absolutely is. Okay, I have spent thousands of dollars in this game, close to $2,000 or $3,000 for real. I have spent so much fucking money in this game. It's unbelievable. But it's so fun and addicting. I don't know how to explain it. I know you all think I'm fucking crazy, but it's such a good game. I love it so much. We got tons of islands, and there's so much to do, dude. You got the Infinite Stats Dojo, the Altar of Elements. You got the King of the Hill up there. You got so many different worlds, so many different bosses. You got the cloning altar back there behind the waterfall, and there's just so much to this game. It is such a fantastic game. Like I said, did not mean to do that, but I know a lot of you guys are going to hate on me. You guys probably hate that I chose this, especially in the top spot, but please understand that it's just completely opinion based. It is a game that I personally love, and if you guys don't like it, I completely understand that, considering how much of a dick the developer is, because even though I love the game, I hate the developer because he just does what it's very obvious he does what he does for the money. But again, I can't help the fact that I love this game. So for those of you guys who watch, thank you so much. Peace and love.